Monday night, Monday night is the night that I sing to you. The song in my head currently, I Like the Way You Kiss Me by Artemis. I like that song a lot. You know, just the whole, it reminds me of like the 90s so much. Just the beat and everything. Happy Monday, Daniel. Hola, amigo y amiga. Um, yeah, I'm a fan. Artemis, like, I don't know. It's like I heard a song, I started exploring their kind of other music, and I thought, I kind of like these guys. Well, it's a band, but also a guy. I was like, I kind of like this stuff, and honestly, my favorite version of "I Like the Way You Kiss Me" is the live version. I think the live version is just pretty freaking happening, man. But the video just reminds me of some parties that me and my brother went to in the mid 90s, where it's like, a lot of shisty stuff going on. But anyway, what are we talking about today? I've got my title coming straight out of Hyperborea. This crazy ass stuff. Yeah. So, oh, my brother, I'm going to take a nap. I was up till 2:30 playing Rust. Hopefully you lived. I died like 4 times in Ark today, but it was all my fault because I was at my base and I kept falling back asleep. And then I think my character just starved to death. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm dead. So I'd respawn at the base and I'd start doing stuff. And then, like, I'd fall asleep. And then I'd wake up and my character would be dead again. And I'm like, I eventually figured out that I need to turn the game off because, the constant deaths, while they don't hurt me, they don't make me feel a lot better about life either. It's like, damn it. I did capture a very high level T Rex the other day, and I named it Snoopy. And then me and Snoopy went running around hunting down and killing alpha raptors and shit so that I could get, hopefully more recipes for food and blueprints and stuff like that. So that was cool. TCG, how you doing, brother? I hope you're doing very well. But yeah, I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it hits, 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 hits. Not trying to be romantic. I hit from the back so that you don't feel attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it. Yeah. Uh, I'll take you out. Make you, make you, want to turn you around. Please, can you make it loud? Because I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you. Dun, 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 of you. Dun. Like I said, man, I don't know. I mean, if you guys are tired of hearing me sing, then somebody needs to come up with a topic. I can talk about Hyperborea. I love it. Um, if you're interested in it, but you don't want to invest the full money, just wait a little while and buy the gazetteer when it comes out. and that'll give you all the info you need on the setting and everything, which will then be you can play with any one of your favorite versions of D&D, AD&D or whatever, or just buy the books and use the version of AD&D that the creator of the game invented, which is a very good version of the game. A very, very good version of the game. Like super impressed by it. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've said just about everything there is to be said about it. But I'm just like very impressed. Oh, here's my homie. Popping in for a minute, I'm sure.
Hello.
What is up?
We're going to be a little late on our game tonight.
Well, I mean, you got a game though. That's good.
Yep. Bubba's going to be a little late.
Oh yeah, taking care of the grandkids.
I'm guessing. I don't know. He didn't really say whenever he said that.
Well, I'm just guessing. I don't know. But that's cool. Bubba's one of the greats, I think. He's definitely cool.
Well, I'm just happy we got a notice.
Oh, that the game was going to be running a little late?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sometimes stuff happens, right?
I know.
Especially when you're an adult family man, you got kids and grandkids. James L., what's up, Big James?
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like a spur of the moment thing. It was just like, hey, we had time to know that we're not going to be on time.
Right. Well, that's good. I have modified a character, and I am just working to make it like where I joined everything together makes sense. So that's one thing with me and my miniatures. The main reason I am such a pro plastic or resin guy over metal, okay, besides the fact that paint chips off of metal so easy.
That's true.
Is because you can do so much more modification, so much more easy.
Oh, that's also true, especially now with 3D printing.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm going to show you two things. You won't be able to see them hardly, but I'm going to show them to you anyway. And this is the point I'm making. First off, let's find the one. Where is she? Here she is. So here we've got Lady Warrior, shield, torch. She's got a shield on her back, sword. She's got like the loincloth, so she's not super, whatever, but she's doing her thing, right?
Yep.
And then here we have the exact same, well, not the same Lady Warrior, except she doesn't have the loincloth.
Nope,
and she's got an actual shield and hammer. And I've got these, like what the Romans wore, the war belt. How you doing, Andre? That I can glue to her so that she'll have like almost like coin-looking bronze studs falling down the front off of her belt. And so I'll, and I do a lot of that if I end up 3D printing the same exact character 3 or 4 times.
I've seen that you did color the Freerin different colors when you.
Yeah, I painted Freerin different colors. I still haven't painted Fern.
Oh,
Fern, I'm going to paint exactly like from the anime, though. I'm just going to give her the purple hair and all that, and just call it a day, right? Okay. But yeah, if I have figures and they're identical, I tend to do, depending on the ease of doing it, head and weapon swaps. Yeah, Ironcaster. What I'm waiting for from War Games Atlantic is they have promised Traveler 2300 figures, and
Nice.
I'm not sure what that entails. But if they come out with like the Kafer, which are the bad guy aliens of the 2300 setting, boy, that would be awesome. They're basically giant humanoid cockroach looking bastards. That would be really cool if they come out with some of the 2300 aliens. And then, of course, they'll have to come out with like French Foreign Legion, Texas Rangers, everything like that. Because in the Traveler 2300 setting, Earth is still balkanized into different nation states. And different nation states have alliances or not and have their own colonies and whatever. So, very cool.
Now, James, talking about customization, I do have a question for you, and I think you could help me out on this.
Think about what?
It's about whenever customization.
Yeah.
It's about when my character gains enough experience in my White Wolf game, the political one.
Yeah.
You remember what my character was like in that?
Are you talking about the Alchemist?
No, this one's a diplomat / assassin.
Huh.
So I wanted to know, once I get enough experience to purchase a few skills, should I go for larceny first or athletics?
I would go for athletics probably.
Okay, that is fair.
Mainly because athletics could be, and this is me kind of min-maxing a little bit if you don't mind. Athletics could be useful in a lot of situations, whereas larceny is a much more specific kind of specialized skill. Also, if something goes wrong and the town guard decides they're going to run you down and murder you, having a very good athletics, it could be the difference between shimmying over a fence or climbing up something to get away and not.
Yeah, I feel that one.
So the athletics could actually save your character's life in a game, whereas the larceny, it'll make stealing shit easier, but it's not going to.
Or getting into certain areas. That's what my main
but
idea
it's not going to save
was.
your life when shit hits the fan.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
So, yeah, that's what I would pick. And when I used to play AD&D First Edition, but I used all the proficiencies from the Wilderness and Dungeoneer Survival Guide, I would always, if I could, on the fighter I was playing, take like long distance running or endurance or something like that. Because, I mean, because sometimes you just want to get the hell out of Dodge. You ain't got time for all this bullshit. It's like, I'm going to take off running, right? And if the person you're running away from is just as good as running as you are, then, what's the point, right? But if you're really good at running, you can be out like, nah, catch you later, bitch, and get out of there, right? And then live to fight another day, which is always, in this guy's opinion as a gamer, the best thing.
Yeah, I realized that in my last time I had to run away because I did not outrun the guard that chased me down. I did kill him, though.
The only time it's cool to die is if it's some super heroic event. Like, I'm going to go back to like the Lord of the Rings, except change it around. But like when the orcs and trolls are coming down the hall and everyone knows they're getting ready to die, and then you step up and you're like, I'll hold them and let everyone else get away. That's when losing a character is actually kind of cool, You get to go down in history as,
You fight on, and then once you're about to drop, you just pull the pins and
Well, I
and
don't
take
know
out a
about
lot of them
pulling
with you.
pins, but yeah, exactly. I mean, heroic deaths are awesome. And if
Yeah.
you as a player do them right, that'll be stuff
Or I
that
mean,
the other
okay,
players will talk about
old school
literally for like years,
explosive. So
years and
lighting
years.
wicks.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That character will become a hero. He'll become a legend. He'll become a memory that you'll remember for decades, right? But
Yeah.
dying because you got ran down and stabbed in the back by an orc, that's kind of like you're definitely not going to Valhalla. With
No.
a sword wound in your back, get the F out of here, right? You're going straight to hell. And I hope you like the taste of goat piss because that's all you're getting. So, of course, I used a little Viking mythology there, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you have
I
to
probably
run,
would have
make
picked.
sure you can outrun whatever is chasing you. Otherwise, fight to the death. I mean, if you can't
Yeah.
outrun it, you might as well go out swinging, right? 10 candles where the point is to kill all the characters off. See, I've never I've played in a campaign with the DM who it really seemed like their whole deal was to kill all the characters off, including mine. And it happened because guess what? He's the DM, so there's nothing my human fighter can do to stop it. But I can say this: it wasn't a lot of fun, and I don't think I played in that guy's game for like a year or two.
Yeah, I don't think that would be fun.
Eventually, he
I like
settled the f down, though.
that's good because, like I say, I like there to be challenges and danger. I don't like having to make a character every session.
Well, there's a difference between challenges and danger and knowing that the DM is just gunning for you for no reason.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. It's just like
yeah, it's not cool.
at the point if you're losing a character a session, I feel like there's something wrong there. Maybe
It's like,
he
dude,
might have it out for you.
it's like you don't have a girlfriend or wife, so I know you don't think I slept with her. So why are you so hard up on killing my character?
What did I
It's
do to
like,
anger
what
you
did
so
I do to
much?
get this hate? I'm just a guy trying to make his way, and
Could just be that he is just a killer DM. I've heard stories about
they
that.
exist. I've played enough D&D to know. The only thing worse, in my opinion, than a killer DM as far as ruining the fun is a Monty Hall DM. And Monty Hall DMs, at first, they seem like, oh man, this is great. I've got this, that, and the other. But then the next thing you know, you're just bored as shit. And
Because you
so
can
you
just do
go
whatever
from
and
the
get away
one
with it.
side where the DM is actively trying to kill you to the other side where nothing's a challenge and you're just showing up and jerking off. And that is the biggest skill I think DMs need to figure out really is how to walk the middle line, where people get the treasures that they should get and they get the challenges you want them to get. And at the same time, they're not, getting bored. And yeah, boredom is that's how you suck as a DM is when all the players are just like bored as shit. It's like give it up.
Yeah.
So Andre, I don't know if they did anything to it, but I played that Mama Russia song, but I played the animated version where all the Slavic warriors are armored up with swords and shields and fighting dragons and shit. It's like really cool, even though I know what they're saying because I watched it with the lyrics and all and everything. But yeah, it's really cool when you watch like the AI version and you've got all these guys wearing their lamellar, armor and their the pointed Kievan Rus helmets and they're riding out fighting the dragons. It's like, damn, that is cool, man. Now, I understand it's basically Russian propaganda, and I'll tell you what, I love it. I kind of wish America would make propaganda that good, you know? Like some music
Yeah.
video while it's showing like Green Berets coming out of a fucking helicopter and just ripping shit up and whatever. Also, I pointed out to people because some people were asking the other day, they're like, they were asking about what is Christian nationalism. And I was like, really? You could almost say, if not directly say, Russia could count as Christian nationalism because they are
Yeah.
very,
Kinda.
very, very like orthodox and make no like apology for it.
Yep.
Like I posted on our Discord, I don't know if you've seen it, Timmy. The Russians outlawed Satanism. So,
That's
so
good.
like those statues of Baphomet and shit that show up all over America and shit, not in Russia.
No, not in Russia.
In Mother Russia, you will not worship Satan. If you do, keep it to yourself is basically the thing. I don't even know what 10 candles. You're talking about 10 candles deep. Dude, I've heard of it. It's done by the same guy that did Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Yeah, DM Bloodworth told me all about it the other day. And I have to admit, it sounds amazing. Advice. Well, my ancestors on both sides of my biological bloodline came to America around 1640-ish. So, advice. Once you leave town, you're on your own. So, when you leave town, make sure you got what you need, which might not be much. You figure a guy like Daniel Boone, man, you give him a double bit axe, a musket, and a big ass knife, and that dude's going to make shit happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Indians are not always hostile, but that doesn't mean they're not always friendly either. You know what I mean? So if you encounter the red man out there in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains because you're trying to set up a camp or something, depends on the tribe, man. If they're Cherokee, you're probably okay. If they're pretty much anything else, you're probably not okay. And so I hope your character knows how to fight with his musket, tomahawk, and if you're really good, you might have a big ass, long ass, either a Bowie knife or a British. The British used to issue these short swords for their pioneers and stuff like that. What up, George? Homie.
Hi, George.
There, of course, British common law is not much different really than American law at that time. The British have managed to F themselves all up since then. So if you're in Virginia, you could be in Williamsburg, which is where my people come in, or you could be in Jamestown. You could go and try and figure out what happened to the missing colonies. And since it's a fantasy game, all of the crazy shit I talk about being in Appalachia, like dogmen and holler crawlers and all that sort of stuff could exist. So when you and your group of comrades decide to cross over the Cumberland Gap to see what's there, you might not be fighting Indians. You might be fighting Wendigo and spirits and all kinds of things, man. I mean, the mindset, though, the American mindset, and I already like because it's not the American mindset, it's the British mindset of the 16 and 1700s is self-reliance. Now, if it's set in 1861 and you're in Virginia, guess what? Yeah, you're in the Confederate Army. And if you're a cavalryman, yeah, that's going to be really easy for you. You're going to be fighting probably for the Army of Virginia, maybe under Stuart, and it's going to be, ride up to the battle, get off your horse, leave the horse with the guy whose job is to hold the horses, and then, go up and shoot at the enemy. That wouldn't be fun. If I were going to play in historical America, it would have to be like 1660, 1700 at the most. I would want to play way before the Civil War or the Revolutionary War even, because those two events are just so big, right? But if you're like in 1680 Virginia and you and all the other people in the group decide, hey, let's go set up a town across the Cumberland, right? That would be interesting. And again, the British people of that time and the Americans of the time you mentioned, they're all about freaking self-reliance. It's like you can rely on you, your immediate family, maybe a neighbor if you got one, and that is it. You cannot call the fire department. You cannot call the police. There's no one to call. If you're in the middle of the forest in what is now, North Carolina, Tennessee, something like that, and shit goes bad, just throw your hands up, because if you ain't got friends to drag your ass back to somewhere, hopefully you might have a friendly Cherokee village if you're in North Carolina that you can drag your wounded ass to and like trade with them and they'll heal you up. But otherwise, man, done. But yeah, I don't see how playing a game during the Civil War would be very fun at all. Yeah, the game I'm talking about, Raggy and I think Zach Smith might have worked on it. And it's basically just a setting for Lamentation of the Flame Princess, but it's like in the 16 or 1700s English colony. So yeah, you might be there for the French Indian War, but if you want to get in the right mindset of it, just remember your character, no matter what nationality you're playing, which would be British or French, really, is going to just be 100% into self-reliance. Because when they go out fur trapping, as our French buddies might have done, or if you're out trying to set up a colony or make a deal with some Indians, you got you, and that's all you got. And maybe the guys that, Yeah, Jefferson Davis, born in Kentucky. So was Abraham Lincoln. So the presidents on both sides of the Civil War were both from Kentucky. The difference is Jefferson Davis was rich and Abraham Lincoln was born in eastern Kentucky and was super fucking poor. So poor he had to do his homework on a wooden slate with charcoal. And then eventually he got older and moved to Illinois, and then Illinois claimed him. But it's like, fuck you, Illinois. He's born and raised in Kentucky. That's probably why I don't like Illinois that much. They stole one of our famous guys, Get out of here with that. But yeah, again, I just wouldn't want to play a game set in the Civil War. It'd just be like, unless it's like Deadlands, I guess you could get away with it because.
But James, I could play my favorite DC superhero.
Yeah, fucking Jonah Hex. Yes. Jonah Hex would actually be a Deadlands character for sure.
Jonah Hex is not a superhero.
Yeah, he's just a revenant. That was a Confederate infantryman and zombie or something. I don't know. He
was a DC character, though.
He's a DC character, but he's not a superhero.
Okay, well, let's not worry about the fact that he's not a superhero. I get
whatever. Next time you're arguing about some bullshit I don't care about, I'll do the same to you, sir.
Okay, the next time somebody names a character and says he's a superhero and I start raising hell, then you definitely tell me to shut my mouth.
No.
It's okay.
I'll wait for a BattleTech or a 40K.
You don't know anything about any of them, so whatever.
Oh, I'm completely ignorant. I know.
I didn't say completely. Well, okay, I did say completely. Yeah, I guess if you want to sit around, it's kind of like there's that game that a lot of people were super into where you play World War II dudes. And I guess that would be fun for about a mission or two, but after a while, it'd just be like, okay. I mean, you know how it's going to end.
My favorite French name you guys took in the States is the Grand Teton.
You're really quiet, Bear.
My favorite French name you guys took in the States is the Grand Tetons.
I thought that was an Indian name, to be perfectly honest.
Nope, it's French, Teton. It means nipple.
April from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a superhero.
Right,
Absolutely not. But
No
she's
way.
No.
and has a super set of breasts. Like when they draw her right. Not
She's a
when
sidekick. Sidekick.
I don't even know if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are superheroes. They're
Okay,
just
Boomer.
freaking mutants that can do karate or ninjutsu. It's not like they're doing like. It's not like. I mean, who are we comparing that to? Superman? Somebody who can fly to the sun and punch it? I mean,
Yeah, so Batman sucks, right?
yeah, Batman is not really a superhero. He's a guy with gadgets. I mean, not that a lot of people don't love Batman. A lot of people love Batman. And they're welcome to love Batman. But I don't know how we're defining superhero. Like in my brain, superhero is somebody who is so far above human that it's like, forget about it. So Superman, Lobo, freaking Dr. Manhattan, you know.
So Captain America, not a superhero.
Captain America is like max human.
Yeah,
Like
no.
you can't get more.
That's what I'm saying.
But then again, he is super heroic, though, like in attitude. He's very brave. He's so heroic. He's a good guy. But I mean, Thor would just squash it. It's or the Hulk. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like it's not really comparable.
He's
And
fought
the thing
both of
is-
To
them.
be fair, Captain America does usually like come blow to blow with people who are usually stronger than him, and they still
That's
win.
not true either. My God, guys. Wow.
Is that not true?
Superman is that's
thought it
right.
was.
Captain America has fought Thor and beat him. He's fought the Hulk and beat him.
I'm calling bullshit
Like I
on
said.
all that. Yeah, comedian is max human.
He's fought Loki. He's fought tons of super powerful guys that are way stronger than him.
You know what? I'm still calling like bullshit on that. Whoever wrote any story in which Captain America beat Thor is full of shit.
Not at all. Captain America's a tactician. He doesn't give up, and he knows how to fucking cripple an opponent superior to him to take them
Thor
out of the
can
fight.
fly 100 feet in the air above him and just lightning bolt the square mile.
Thor doesn't fight like that. That's the problem. Thor doesn't fight like that. Thor has never fought like that.
Yeah,
This is-
Thor is
the
more of
argument
an
you're using is the
honorable
same
fighter.
logic of the people who say, well, why doesn't Batman just use a shotgun on the Joker and end it?
Because
You gotta understand-
because
You got to understand the characters and how they are.
Old school Batman probably would have actually.
Yeah, they're
Old
on the
school, like,
same.
what,
Now,
40s?
Thor and Captain America were on
Yeah.
the same team for a long time, and Captain America,
Back
I
when
believe,
Batman
was
was-
the boss.
Back when Batman was like basically a clone of the Shadow.
It's not getting the Batman a variance because Bear gets a little bit testy about that.
Not at all. I'm not testy in the slightest. You just don't like being corrected, so you get testy, and then you make
No,
me
I
testy.
said the bat that smiles, and you're like, "Fuck that."
Oh, I don't care about the Bat That Smiles. It's a shit comic. That entire run was absolute garbage.
Let's be honest,
The
the Batman
absolute
comic
cesspool
never
level of
was
modern superhero comics is to make everybody a villain, everybody bad, everything dark. The entire DC metal line was just
I get
shit.
that. I get that. You're not wrong. And also, the best Batman comic was Dark Knight Returns.
Disagree, but that's okay.
That's a good comic, though. You got to
It's a very good comic. It's a
Very
great
good.
comic, but it's not the best Batman comic.
And my favorite trade paperback that I have is actually Sandman,
Sandman Mystery.
Requiem for a Dream. I think it is.
There's only one Sandman song, comic story I liked. The Dream of a Thousand Cats. That was a damn good one.
The one I was super into was the one where you had to hunt down the Corinthian, who was, I think you know that one, right, Bear?
Nope. I only read like very limited Sandman. It didn't interest me.
The Corinthian was a nightmare the Sandman created that escaped into the real world and become a serial killer,
Okay.
and then started like organizing or going to like a serial killer convention. And yeah,
Neil Gaiman.
so Sandman had to hunt him down and send him back to the realm of dream. Does his shield absorb kinetic energy? Captain America's shield does whatever he needs it to do at any given time.
It's a vibranium adamantium blend. It does, in fact, absorb kinetic energy and is nigh unbreakable.
Yeah, it makes zero sense. He can throw it and it'll stick in something and cut a tree in half, or it'll bounce.
Well, it all depends on how he throws it, I guess.
Yeah, it just all depends. Whatever he needs. I mean, Wolverine's a superhero because of his regeneration and everything.
Well, Wolverine's super. He's not a hero.
Yeah, he's just tough.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Bear. Dream of the 1,000 Misties.
So, just to pass you by, if you ever read The Dream of a Thousand Cats, it's a really nice short story where basically this kitten hooks up with an alley cat that basically tells him they're going to the meeting, and they all go, and he winds up hooking up with all these other cats, and eventually there's a bunch of them together, and there's an old cat there who's like the prophet, and explains to them that if they can get 1,000 cats to dream the same dream, they can change the world completely to what they want it to be. And whatever, it's a neat story, but the end of the story is basically you realize the kitten's dreaming, and the humans are watching him, wondering what he's dreaming about as he's twitching in his dreams, and they're sort of like, oh, he must be dreaming about chasing mice or birds or something. It's a really nice story. It's probably one of Neil Gaiman's. Neil Gaiman can be a hell of a writer when he tries, and that's probably one of my favorites. I like Stardust. I thought that was pretty good, and I love when him and Pratchett teamed up for Good Omens. Good Omens was amazing.
Neil Gaiman has wrote some really good stuff. The problem with him is sometimes he's just a weirdo.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, Neil Gaiman, why are you such a weirdo?
And it turns out he's a bit of a sex pest.
I mean, he wrote that one series where there was an angel that lived in the sewers of London and all this crazy shit was going on. That was pretty good. And didn't he write like American Gods?
Yep. I like the book a lot more than the TV show.
Right. So, I mean, it's not like he can't write. It's like sometimes he just, I guess, forgets that he can write.
Well, that wife of his didn't help.
Yeah, I'm an edgy boy too. Just a passerby. I was a fan of Sandman and all that. Because let's be honest, all the Sandman fans were all like edgy gothy boys back in the day. And Sandman, they made him look just like a skinnier version of Robert Smith from The Cure.
Yep.
Come on, man. This guy just looks like Robert Smith. No matter how hard I try, it's never enough. I cracked myself up. Now, I don't think I have it in here, unfortunately, or I'd show it to you. But I've got the trade paperbacks from Poison Elves or I Am Lucifer, which are spelled different because he's not that Lucifer. He's an elf. And they're really good. There's like the Desert of 1,000 Sins and, all that sort of thing. And the art absolutely sucks because Drew Hayes just was not a great artist. But who cares? Because the stories are out of this world. They're just so good. So you can put up with like the black and white, not very great art very easily just because the stories are so great. It's basically about a really short elf that all the other elves make fun of for being short, who decides to become an assassin and then, go through life doing dumb shit and getting attacked for it.
Want to see something cool, James?
What's that?
Said you want to see something cool?
Sure. I mean, only always.
So you can't see the bottom because of our stupid heads being in the way. That sucks.
That's a cool elfish looking tower.
Can I make it bigger? No, I can't make it bigger. God damn it. So if our heads weren't in the way, you'd see the doorway, which is at the bottom, which is the entrance. Actually, I can show you. Hang on.
Hold on.
There we go. Like that. See? There it is. This is the tower of one of the primary quest givers for the Kingsgate in Final Age. It's the Tower of Ruvian Elator, this ash elf who sends you out to get stuff all the time for him. I like
tower.
Yeah. It was originally designed for me by an artist. The hell? Why is it still sharing my screen?
I've got a spinning thing on my screen right now.
Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, it was designed for me by an artist, and I just remade it because all I had was a line art of it, but I remade it.
Oh, cool.
It's really nice.
I need
to Bear.
This shit.
The tower that we're in Bubba's game is made of rose quartz.
That would be kind of wild to walk through it because, the light reflecting through the rose quartz would make everything really weird looking. Here we go. A blast from the past, boys. That's right.
Oh, neat.
Caravans of Mars. You got this is the good old days when you could play a colonial British dude and like hook up with a Martian chick. Can't make a game like this now because colonialism's bad. But when this game was written, that's the whole point of it. Become from one of the world powers on Earth and go to one of the other planets in the solar system and colonize the fuck out of them.
With your dick.
With your dick. And also, if they got money or gemstones, take it. And that made you the hero. Angley's. See this. I'm wondering if that's the song by "Won't Cry for Me, Angeles, Angeles."
I think he means to say angels.
So
angels sing.
Elliott Smith.
I think he meant angels.
Oh, angels, curses in Dutch. Oh, sorry. See, Elliott Smith, who made a lot of very depressing music, has a song called Angelus. Angelese or something like that. Angelus or something like that. Yeah. But his best song, of course, is Miss Misery, which was in the closing soundtrack for the Matt Damon film where he was like a mathematical genius or something.
Good Will Hunting.
Matt Damon. But it did have Robin Williams in it. He was good. Actually, Matt Damon was good.
They were both really good in it.
Actually, Ben Affleck was good, and Ben Affleck's brother was good.
Yep.
They were all good. So, yeah, I can't talk shit about that one. That one was good. Here are my dice, some of them, for the War Game Saga. I've got my...
Pencil. Give me something to write on, man.
These are my Carthaginians. And you guys all know what this is. My Greeks. And these are my Muslims. And somewhere in here I've got Crusaders, Byzantines. You know, as you do. Don't cry for me, no. Already made Angeles. So glad you made it. Mhm. Yeah, the guy killed himself by stabbing himself in the chest with a knife. At least they say he killed himself. Now, I've never really thought, hey, deleting yourself by stabbing yourself directly in the chest with a knife, that seems like a good idea. But,
Let's try spinning. That's a good trick.
it kind of reminds you of that movie where Whoopi Goldberg gets like ganked. And they're like, it looks like, self deletion. And the other guy's like, well, whoever did it, they must have snuck up on herself or some shit. Because she's like got this look of absolute terror. Like, she self-deleted. Well, she must have snuck up on herself. Yeah, Good Will Hunting. Great movie, actually. One of the better movies from that whole decade.
I believe I said that, but that's okay.
And I agreed with you.
I know. I don't know why he's correcting us after the fact. He must be on super delay.
Well, just a passerby, like you said, he's Dutch.
Yep.
And those people like shit organized in a certain way. They're almost as bad as Danes.
Those people like shit. I understand. You mean say no more.
Listening to Elliott Smith a lot. See? Look at you. You and me, man. We're like brothers from two separate, entirely different bloodlines. But because we like Elliott Smith. You probably also a big fan of what's his name? The album was For My Girlfriend the Drunk. He did Hallelujah, but he did a lot of other songs too.
John Cale?
No.
Leonard Cohen?
Nope, that's the guy that wrote it though.
He also did it too.
Yeah, he did good. No, this guy did like 2 albums and then he drowned. I'm trying to remember his name. Even though I've got the CD because I've had the CD so long because my second wife got it for me as a gift before we even got married. Which means I've had that CD 25 plus years. I think his name was like Jeff Buckley.
Don't know.
Yeah, Jeff Buckley. He did a really great version of Hallelujah and then apparently got really, really drunk on a boat and fell off and swam down because he was confused about which way up was. And, I could totally see that happening, really. I mean, there's been times I got so drunk that I was holding on to the planet because I was literally afraid I was going to fall off the earth. You know what I mean? Like, that's drunk. When you're laying in the grass of your buddy's front yard and you're literally grabbing handfuls of grass because you're afraid you're going to fall off of whatever you're on, which is the ground. Yeah, you're drunk. And that was me. And then the cops showed up and they accused me of being a skinhead and I had to show them my Army ID, at which point they were a lot cooler with us, but yeah. And then my buddy had to pull me out from underneath his bright red Camaro because he also had went to infantry school. And like I always tell you guys, that's the rule. Infantry school, sports car you can't afford, or you can't afford. So he did the same thing I did. He had a nickname too, Patrick. Good guy. He was from the Skoke, as they call it, which is southeast.
Excuse me. Hang on. Just the passerby. You're saying Jeff Buckley's version of Hallelujah is better than Leonard Cohen's?
Um,
That's what he just said.
I think it is too.
I disagree strongly.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with preferences.
Well, that's the thing with music. It's subjective. But my God, I mean, oof.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like Leonard Cohen. I'm just saying I like Jeff Buckley's version. But then again, Jeff Buckley's version was a lot more gothy, whiny, whatever. So
Steel guitar.
at that time in my life, that was the shit right there, you know?
Well, okay, look, we can all agree it's better than John, whatever his name is, John Cale.
Well, that guy they got to do it for Disney, it's like, shut up.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, but see, you talk, when I think of Leonard Cohen, my favorite song is First Manhattan, Then Berlin.
Yes.
I love that song, you know?
Yeah, it's very
And
good.
then after that one, of course, I like Everybody Knows. But I mean, everyone likes Everybody Knows because that's standard Leonard Cohen. I mean,
My problem with John Cale's version, I can't remember if Jeff Buckley does it or not. If you look at the rhyme scheme in the song Hallelujah, the rhyme is hallelujah. Yeah, right? Not hallelujah, it's hallelujah. So it's lines like, you don't really care for music, do ya? Right? But then you never show it to me, do ya? And it's supposed to be a ya sound, so it rhymes with hallelujah. But fucking Cale
you would
does it
have
as
to listen
you.
to Jeff Buckley and then tell
I
me
don't know if
what
Buckley
you
does
thought.
that or not. I don't know if Buckley does that or not, but I'm just saying, fuck, I live in the city of Leonard Cohen. You'd be hard pressed to tell me someone covering Cohen is better than Cohen. We love him. We named a street after him.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
We absolutely adore him. There's a mural like on a 3-story tall building. The entire side of the building is a painting of Leonard Cohen.
See, he's saying, Bear, you're going blind because what he actually said is he never got into Jeff Buckley, and his cover of Hallelujah is better known than the original.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Apologies. I'm dyslexic. Somebody eyesight's going. I'm dyslexic, and I'm a diagonal
See,
reader.
I don't even know if it's better known, but I like it better. But
No, I'd say John Cale's. John Cale's is vastly better known. No, but
the
John
RPD
Cale's
Dad
is.
says Cohen's better.
I agree with him too. John Cale's is better known because of the Disney shit. So
yeah, the because it was in Shrek 2 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I hate to chew the fat and run, but I got a radio show starting in 3 minutes. So
well,
I'll see you later, James.
See ya.
I will see you later, Bear.
Take care, guys. Nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you. And is your game about to start, Timmy?
Not yet. No. It would be an hour away usually. I think.
I mean, yes, everyone loves Leonard Cohen's stuff. I mean, it's kind of like a thing.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
An hour away, but
I was of the in that time period of my life, I was much more the Jeff Buckley guy than the Leonard Cohen guy. You know what I mean? That was when I was listening to Sisters of Mercy, The Cure, freaking Joy Division, and New Order, like all of the most gothy bands. I even listened to Theater of Tragedy, for God's sake. And it's like, so I like the more whiny, dark kind of whatever versions of stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to take away from Leonard Cohen's greatness, though. I mean, Everybody Knows is probably one of the best songs anyone ever wrote. And at one point of it, he's talking about AIDS too, you know? There's going to be a monitor above your bed. Yeah, when he sings, because there were so many people you just had to meet without your clothes. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. Yeah, that is a great song. Yeah. See, I thought the guy who did it for Disney was like named Rufus something, like Rufus Wainwright or something. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard the only reason they used his version is because he's gay or something. This is all rumor mongering, though. So take it as it is, you know. I'm just rumor mongering here, what I've heard. And, you know, you can't trust what people say. Not even me, even though I would never go on my way to lie to you guys. But that doesn't mean I might not accidentally lie to you based on what someone else said that I believe, you know? So, yeah. But pretty much I was dating this Latina who was also kind of into the goth thing and stuff for a while. She outgrew it, which means she was faking the funk just so she could be part of the group. And, you know, she wasn't really like legit, you know what I'm saying? And she, you know, bought that Jeff Buckley album for me, and I really appreciated it. And I think like I said, I think that CD might still be in my garage somewhere, but I don't listen to CDs anymore.
I don't know many people who does.
Right. So it's like, I mean, it's cool and all, though. I'm glad I got it. And I do like Jeff Buckley, and I do absolutely love Elliott Smith.
My cousin, he started finding vinyl.
Yeah, I used to be a vinyl head guy. I had like a really high-end turntable and speakers and the whole 9 yards, stack of vinyl, like, you know, 5 feet tall. Ended up giving it to my dad. All of it.
My cousin,
Is that a Stewart?
No, that's a Sherman.
Don't look like a Sherman.
Yeah, it does. Looks exactly like a Sherman.
No, it don't.
And for a 2, I think.
I'm trying to.
You don't see the front,
right? Yeah, I see the front. Yeah, I guess. For some reason, when I saw it, I thought Stewart.
Maybe a Stewart. Let me check, because I didn't think the Stewart looked like a Sherman at all.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, my eyes were crossed or something. I don't know what I was doing. So I've got my crab people here. See? So I can't wait to throw these on the table in front of my players and be like, you've got crabs. But anyway,
crabs.
We're going to put some shade on them, and then I'm going to highlight the tips of their claws with like an almost white color.
Yeah, I mean, the Stewart goes like straight down, then like poofs out.
Okay.
In the front hole.
I know you're happy because this is the one thing that you like know more than I do about. You're like, my time has come. It's time to share my extreme knowledge of World War II tanks. And
I'm a big nerd for tanks. I know I could tell many tanks from just a glance now.
And that's what I'm saying. You freaking tank nerd.
Not just World War II. I could probably see more modern tanks and still go like, yeah, I know what that one is.
See, when I was in the Army, part of getting your EIB is they had these flashcards that would just have like random vehicles silhouettes on them. And it wasn't always tanks. It could be like anything, right?
Yeah.
And they'd show you the flashcard and you had to tell them what the vehicle was. And, you know, that wasn't an easy part of the deal, man. They show you a flashcard and you're supposed to guess whether it's a T-62 or a T-64. It's like, But luckily I don't know if you had to give them 100% or not. I passed, but my wife is in there cooking something, man. Smells pretty good.
We had barbecue chicken and macaroni and cheese.
Oh man, that's nice.
Yeah,
I don't know what she's cooking. I'm saying it smells pretty good.
The chicken was a little.
What are you cooking, woman? Hey.
Yes.
What are you cooking?
I just made some bacon so we could have BLTs or whatever.
Ooh, club sandwiches would be good. Whenever.
So bacon's done. Are you hungry?
No.
Okay.
But I will be eventually. Guaranteed. That is a guarantee. At some point, I will be hungry.
Yep.
It happens every day, no matter what I do. But yeah, we got our Sherman tank, huh?
Yeah.
I think what threw me off was the turret. Seems too flat.
It might be because of how it was rendered in the anime.
Right. Is that from Girls in Panzer?
Yeah. The American
Yeah.
team
What a
used
wild
some
show,
Shermans.
man.
I know.
It's like we've got this high school club you can join where you ride around in Panzer tanks and try and kill each other. Or Panzer tank. That's pretty much saying the same thing twice,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Germans call them panzers. English call them tanks.
It's good.
Yeah, I just bought it last week.
Okay, it's good.
There's everything you need to make a club.
Okay. Awesome.
The only thing I don't agree with the Americans having was the Firefly for some reason. That seems more of a British thing.
It was a British thing.
Yeah, I know. That's why
I don't even.
know.
I mean, I haven't looked it up because I don't give a shit enough to look it up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the British took the Shermans we sent them and somehow figured out a way to put a 17-pounder in it.
Yeah, they had to do a lot of things, like take the radio out, put it in the back, and
they had to turn the gun sideways or some shit.
Yeah, they had to turn the gun sideways to fit it in.
And I think 17-pound converts to 90 millimeter.
Yeah.
And
so
then
big gun.
And then they had to paint the tip of the barrel like blue so that at a distance the Germans couldn't tell it was a Firefly, because the second they knew it was a Firefly, it was getting lit up.
Yeah, but
because
again,
the
for
Firefly
some
could take out a Tiger 1 at like 1,000+ yards, just freaking.
For some weird reason, the Girls in Panzer, they gave the Saunders the Firefly, and I don't even know why on that one.
Because it's Japanese, man.
I guess. But they get a lot of weird facts about things, right?
It's like, who cares? It's the Japanese don't give a shit about stuff like that. I mean, come on. Goku's father-in-law was Mr. Satan. It's like they're just doing their own thing over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're a Shinto guy or a whatever guy, like, Satan means about as much to you as like Zeus does to us, you know?
True.
You're not super freaking concerned with it, right? But then when they brought it to America, they're like, oh shit, we got to change that.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people whoever it was saying about younger people, yes. And I went through that phase 10 years ago. I got like the most tie-in turntable I could get. I had the equalizer, the speakers, I mean, everything I could get. And I ended up just listening to Tom Petty, Damn the Torpedoes or whatever. Pretty much that's the only album I listened to. Well, no, I had the Cars too. The one that on the cover has the girl smiling. So it was Tom Petty, Here Comes Your Girl, the Cars, and Steely Dan's Greatest Hits, which was a double album. Even though I had like 100+ albums, it ended up those 3 albums just over and over again. And I'm never going back to my old school, which you wouldn't know if you didn't know Steely Dan. And that's kind of a deep track even for Steely Dan. But I will say though, go back and do it again sounded badass on my system. It really did. Steely Dan's, you go back, Jack, and do it again. Wheels turning round and round. You go. Yeah, so I was a hipster for a little while, you know, buying all vinyl, listening to 3 out of the 300 albums I had. And then when I moved to my new house, my pops was like, why don't you let me have your stereo system? And I was like, all right. He had a shit ton of vinyl too that, he had saved, but he didn't have a turntable. So, see, if I'd bought another turntable, I could have been all like, where it's at. I got 2 turntables and a microphone. See, Timmy has no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's Beck. For
I've
some
heard
reason,
of Beck.
yeah, he did the song "Loser." Hey, which I think the chorus is Spanish, and then it's like, "I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?" And one of the other songs he's best known for is 2 turntables and a microphone. Just clap your hands. He was a weird, like, kid that was raised in the Church of Scientology, and he put out some really strange music. Most of the lyrics didn't make any sense at all.
Well, I mean, he grew up in Scientology. That makes a lot of
But
sense.
but the beat and the delivery was good, so he ended up getting popular, because like the song "Loser" like was completely ridiculous. The lyrics were completely like, like the way every verse is like dumb, and makes 0 sense. But when you put it with the music and the sound, all of a sudden it was like, damn, that's kind of cool, That's kind of funky a little bit.
Soy un por favor or something.
Soy un por favor or something. Yeah, and it means I'm a loser. Now I know what that is. That looks like an M1A1.
Nope, that's not an M1A1. That's a Type 10.
Might be an M1, just M1.
No, that's not an M1 at all.
Okay, are you going to say that's like a chieftain?
No, that's a Type 10.
A what?
Type 10.
Oh,
Japanese
so
main battle tank.
the what?
Japanese Type 10 main battle tank.
Yeah, the thing they copied almost directly from the M1.
It's not really like the M1.
Look at it. Shut
the
up,
M1's
Tim.
turret.
Look at that thing. That is a freaking Temu M1.
No, M1 has like the curve on the turret cheeks and stuff.
Oh yeah, only a fool would say that, William Stova. When John Lennon come out with Imagine, the fucking Steely Dan came out with a song called Only a Fool Would Say That. And they came out with it specifically because of the John Lennon song.
Not to mention the M1 has way more armor than the Type 10.
I don't know how much armor that has. I know what it looks like. So yeah,
Yeah, fair.
They basically tore Imagine to pieces and said that, only a fool would even think that. And it's funny because a lot of people, even today, don't get.
I'll be right back.
Okay, what they were doing. But the thing with Steely Dan is they hated hippies. Like if you ever see their interviews and stuff, they admitted it. Like they were from New York. They were kind of artsy beatnik type dudes, and they absolutely hated hippies. Like just freaking despised them. So all of these hippie songs people were doing, they were like, nah, They wanted to sing about banging 19-year-olds, doing coke, drinking tequila, possibly dying because they were too drunk to drive, banging married suburban women because they got nothing better to do, and learning to play saxophone. I mean, they had their goals. They had goals. Yeah, my time is a piece of wax dropping on a termite that's choking on the splinters. It's like, what? And that was just Beck. He was just saying stuff. And people were like, yeah, okay. Maybe he got the boost because he was, in fact, part of the Scientology movement. But I don't think so, because I honestly actually like the songs he did, those two at least that I heard. I thought they were okay. To me, he just seemed like a really quirky kind of guy that was, like in Two Turntables when they do the cut, and he's like, it comes back and he's like, that was a good drum break. And it's just like, okay. I mean, all right. But yeah, shave your face with some mace in the dark, saving up the food stamps and burning down the trailer park. Hey, hit it. So I'm poor, whatever. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? Get funky with the cheese whiz. Forces of evil in a bozo nightmare. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, basically nothing he sang made any damn sense to anybody. It was just like some random freaking kid, because he's very young. When Loser came out, he was young, like maybe in his 20s, 19, whatever. And like, he just busted out, putting wash on my crab people so they look a little grittier and nastier. I believe it. I saw a how they used to do the pop-up video thing, and during the Loser pop-up video, they talked about how both of his parents were Scientologists, and he was actually born and raised in the Church of Scientology, and so that was like his whole deal and everything like that. And that was at a time when that was kind of rare because Scientology hadn't been around that long. You know what I mean? So Beck might have been one of the first children actually born into that organization. And I'm sure it did help him land gigs and stuff, because that was kind of the mission statement. That's why they were so busy trying to recruit everyone they could recruit from Hollywood, is because they figured you recruit people from Hollywood, and then they recruit people from Hollywood, and then these people do movies, and
I'm back.
since so many normies look up to these people, if they find out these people are part of your little clique, maybe the normies will be like, oh, I want to get into that clique. You know what I mean? It is actually a very clever plan to get people in. Now, here in Florida right now, we're dealing with a thing where they found out that I guess the Church of Scientology has been buying like shit tons of land, like thousands of acres of land, just, and people are like trying to figure out what they're up to. So, but they do already own Clearwater, Florida. They own Clearwater, Florida. So if you ever come to Florida and decide to hit the Gulf Coast and you go to Clearwater, just know that, yeah, they own it, and they're watching you the second that you get out of your car and start walking around. And if you go too close to their main building with a camera or some shit, you will be engaged by people you don't know. Happens all the time. And then if you try and cause a problem, the cops will come and you'll be in trouble, because the cops are basically owned by Church of Scientology. And all the off-duty cops get hired by the Church of Scientology to work for them for exorbitant fees. So they're going to protect their gravy train. You know what I mean? Even if the cops aren't Scientologists, they don't want anything effing up their off-duty. So yeah, there's all kinds of YouTube videos where people go and they got cameras and they're like taking pictures of stuff, and then the next thing you know, there's like all these other people out on the street taking pictures of them and recording them, and then like people come up to them and ask them weird questions. Like one of the popular questions they ask, if they think that you're like against them or something, is you'll have some random person walk up to you and ask you what you're guilty of. And it's like a psychological intimidation technique. Plus, they're letting you know that if you're guilty of anything and you cause problems, they're going to find out and they will use it against you. There's a rule within the organization where they cost a person can be called like a free target or whatever. And if you get called this, which is usually only ex-Scientologists, but other people can be done this way too, then any Scientologist anywhere in the world can F with you in any way they want. It literally, it's fair game, they call it. If you piss them off enough that they declare you fair game, then yeah, you're in trouble. But I think that cult's illegal in Germany. Yeah, you know, I mean, that's why they call it Holly Weird. I mean, I take the Japanese view of actors, which is they're paid liars. And why would I ever look up to a paid liar? You know what I mean?
So you're like the aliens from Galaxy Quest.
Well, that's also like a Japanese view on it.
I know. I found that funny though. How they treated the crew until they found out that they were acting.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, because if you're dealing with an actor, and especially say a really good actor, but even not a really good actor, you never know when you're talking to that person who you're talking to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that happened with Johnny Depp. I think Johnny Depp forgot who he actually was.
Maybe.
And that's why he's so freaking weird now, because, you know, he don't even know who he actually is, you know? And I'm all like, Johnny Depp, calm the F down. You're from freaking Central Kentucky. All right?
Well,
Just
that's a
calm down.
lot of people in Central Kentucky. They're kind of weird.
Yeah, but still. It's like the girl that was in the those movies. Mockingbird or whatever. What is that called? Where you had like all the different sectors that were giving up kids to get killed. You know what I'm talking about yet?
The Hunger Games?
Yeah. You know, the main star of that was from frickin' Kentucky, right?
Nope. Did
Just
not
north of
care,
you.
did not watch it.
Oh, actually, the Hunger Games are really good, man.
Fair, I just never watched it. I didn't
And what's the funniest thing about the Hunger Games is people who are left-leaning will swear up and down that Capitol is a right-leaning totalitarian, and people who are right-leaning will tell you it's a left-leaning totalitarian system.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
but ultimately, it's an oligarchy where they pretty much oppress the shit out of everyone else. And Katniss is from basically Appalachia. Pretty much. Because
Yeah.
if you've ever seen a map of the different sectors or whatever they're called, she's from right there, you know?
Yeah. It's just
But yeah, and then she goes to Hollywood. Now she's acting like an idiot, and it's like, Katniss, stop being an idiot. You're from Kentucky. I expect better out of you, you know?
I don't.
Yeah, that's the difference between you and I, you know?
Look, I've seen what happens in Kentucky. It's just
I have hope for
not
my
the
people.
best. You can
I'm
have
always
hope, I guess.
hoping my people will straighten the F out. You know what I mean? Now, they let me down a lot,
Oh, they definitely let me down a lot.
like Miley Cyrus, Eastern Kentucky. Her dad, Eastern Kentucky. Oh, one of them who didn't let us down, Dwight Yoakam, Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like Dwight Yoakam? You know?
I don't know. What's he in?
He's a musician.
Oh, musician. Okay.
So he did Inside the Pocket of a Fool. Do-ah, do-ah, do-ah. You don't remember any of Dwight Yoakam's songs?
Nope.
I'm a
Well, I heard
million
'em.
miles from nowhere.
Well,
Well, I am sorry you don't know any of Dwight Yoakam's songs, because if you like country music at all, he is right up there with Randy Travis.
that might be it. I don't care. For a long time, I didn't really care for country music, and it's only a specific type that I really like.
What's the specific type that you like?
Kind of more of like the old Western type of Kentucky, or not country,
Okay, so you're talking like
cowboy song type of stuff.
El Paso, Big Iron.
Yeah, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you right now, Dwight Yoakam, amazing.
Although I did get into a little bit of like songs, more traditional country songs too. Like
Randy Travis, amazing.
I probably should listen to Randy Travis. Like I mean, I heard like
But
renditions.
Randy Travis was from Tennessee, though, not Kentucky.
Yeah, I know. I know where Randy Travis was from.
But I mean, don't hold that against the guy. He's
No.
still badass.
I did hear a really good rendition of like Blue Moon of Kentucky.
Yeah. Randy Travis, a lot of people claim, saved country music, because there was a period after all the outlaws had basically got old and retired.
Who did it?
George Jones had died, etc. Right?
Did they have Randy Travis on King of the Hill one time or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Was it
But
the one that
anyway,
that stole Peggy Hill song?
right. What ended up happening is you had like 5 or 10 years of that pop country bullshit.
Ugh.
And so, most of us were like, God, this sucks, right?
So that's
And
probably
then
what
out of
killed
the
it for
blue,
me.
Randy Travis dropped an album, and it was that old school, kind of Appalachian, almost bluegrass, but not
Yeah.
country, like you would expect, Johnny Cash or somebody to sing.
Oh God, I like Good Johnny Cash.
Right. So anyway,
He did a really good rendition of like I'll Fly Away.
yep. He basically brought country music back. And then along with him, what's his name? God, he's got like 1 billion hits. What's his? I can never remember his name because I never really listened to him. But he's one of the most awarded country singers of all damn time, too, this guy. And so it was like Randy Travis came out, and he pretty much put an end to the country pop bullshit. And then a bunch of other people came out kind of just after him, and it turned country music back to like, Hank Williams and stuff, And people like me were like, hell yeah, because
Another one
I don't
really
give
like.
a shit about, the fact that you went on a date with a chick and she was wearing, a white t-shirt and got barbecue sauce on it and blah, 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 I could
Yeah.
give a fuck. And I don't give a shit about the don't take the girl and all that. I don't care. I want to hear about my love is deeper than the holler, you know? And so Johnny Cash, or not Johnny Cash, Randy Travis, he brought that, you know?
Mm.
And he did what I would consider actual country western music, not this weird country pop amalgamation of bullshit that people were doing.
Yeah.
Not a big country fan, but I can stand cowboy and outlaw country. Yeah, you know, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, honestly, you cannot be a big cowboy or country music fan, but who doesn't like The Highwayman? That song, you know, when that song comes on, it don't matter. You can be like, I don't really like country, but then you hear that. I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride, sword and pistol by my side. And immediately you're like, oh yeah, you know, or Ring of Fire. Literally everyone likes that song,
Oh yeah, no kidding.
you know, or Ghost Riders in the Sky. You know?
I've heard so many renditions from every country singer.
Well, Ghost Riders in the Sky, dude, the Blues Brothers even did a rendition of that.
I know.
And that was what's his name? John Goodman and freaking
I'm pretty sure Marty Robbins and Johnny Cash did a rendition.
Johnny Cash did it. Marty Robbins did it. Blues Brothers did it. One of the women did it. Loretta Lynn or one of them. I mean, that song was passed around like a $2 whore, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
But hey, sometimes that's what you need because you can really push those $2 whores to the limit. Of course, I'm quoting The Vampire in Brooklyn or whatever movie.
No, I do think that the weirdest country song I've heard, like version of a country song I've heard, was probably Johnny Cash's version of Big Iron. It just sounds really odd hearing him sing it.
I've never really heard Johnny Cash do Big Iron, but one of my favorite Johnny Cash songs is It Ain't Me, which I believe was originally done by the Turtles. You know, the go away from my window, leave at your own chosen pace. And he's basically telling this girl, you know, if you're looking for a guy that's going to, you know, kiss your ass, well, it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. And Johnny Cash and June Carter did a remake of that. Shadow!
Hey, Shadow.
What's up, my brother? From another mother and father and bloodline, but still my brother. Just me and Timmy hanging out. There's Janet. It's me and Timmy was just hanging out talking about country music. Timmy doesn't know anything about anything. He is a blank slate.
Well, I know a little bit of country. It's just for the longest time I hated it because like
Straight.
it was a lot of
George
country pop.
Strait, that's his name. He came out just after Randy Travis. And George Strait just put out a shit ton of hits. People were just like,
You must believe in magic. Johnny Cash did a rendition of that.
Do you believe in magic? Just finished dinner. Nice.
Didn't know that one. Johnny Cash is a little bit weird on that one.
Well, I put the link in. Shadow, Janet, anyone, as always, you're welcome to join our little Monday night stream. Timmy is just doing Timmy stuff, and I'm explaining to him the greatness and the glory of Randy Travis, Dwight Yoakam, George Strait, you know, the guys that saved country music from the idiots that were trying to turn country into pop.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not even against pop music. I like pop music.
It can be good, but most part, I just don't like pop music.
I do.
Hey,
you don't remember the band that did the song, pop music. Talk about pop music. Talk about pop music. You're going to be in Bears game? Nice. He's doing a music show right now. But nice. Pop music. Everybody made it. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, you wouldn't know that song because you weren't born when that song came out. But there was a song and it got played on MTV all the damn time, and it was called Pop Music. I don't think it was Gary Newman, but I could be wrong.
I know a lot of songs from before my time, just not that one specifically.
See, I mean, I liked pop music.
I-
That's when we were talking about, like, I liked the Bangles.
My favorite.
I like
my,
Bananarama.
I mean, my favorite period for music has got to be the 80s, and I wasn't born in the 80s.
Well, that was, Bananarama, I think. A lot of Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Oh.
I mean, there was some great pop back then. Great.
Never mind. Bubba's about to be home, so it might be actually on time.
So you might have to.
Yeah, I got like half an hour before it's time to go.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't blame you. Go play your game, bro.
I will. I'll stay out here for a little bit longer.
It was Gary Newman that did pop music. See, I remember Gary Newman doing like Cars, Two Boy Army, Down in the Park.
I know Cars. That one I know.
Yeah, here in my car, I feel safest of all.
Yep.
It's the only way to live.
There are a lot of really good one-hit wonders in the 80s, too. That's one thing I also liked. Well, you get 99 Luftballoons.
Yeah, I don't think Gary Newman, though, was really pop music. He was definitely like prog rock.
Yeah. You get Domo Warrior.
Now, the Cars, they were badass. They were badass. I love the Cars. One of the few albums I've ever had in my entire life that I could put that thing on the turntable and hit play and walk away. Because I knew every song on that album was good, you know? I mean, every now and then you get an album like that, Timmy. Like, I can think of another one, the original First Minute Work by Men at Work.
Men at Work. Oh, that's another one I was thinking of. I remember seeing that on MTV.
That first album, Men at Work, you could put that shit on and just be like, play.
I remember seeing that music video of Men at Work, though. You know,
that really new wave. All right. So are you saying like new wave, post-punk,
new wave
kind of thing?
Ah, man. Wasn't the Men at Work that one that was like a 3D polygon music video?
No, that was Dire Straits.
Dire Straits? Oh.
Yeah, they did that. It was about being a rock and roll star.
No, that doesn't sound right. It was like working.
The name of the song was Men at Work, I think.
Oh, okay.
But that was Dire Straits. And you've got like the shorter, stockier dude and the tall, skinnier dude.
Oh, yeah.
And they're bitching about how we've got to move these microwave ovens. We've got to move these color TVs.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. That little faggot got the earrings and the makeup, you know, and he's talking that, and he's like, that little, he's a millionaire, you know, and all that. Yeah. Men at Work. I mean, Sultans of Swing.
Apparently, somebody in our group had to relog into Discord. It's getting them mad.
Oh, right. Have to head out. Good night. Good night to you, William Sova, and be safe in the upcoming week and the rest of the night. Yeah. So, yeah, you had Dire Straits singing Men at Work, but then you had Men at Work that did, I think their number one song back then was Down Under, The Land Down Under.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah. Oh, man.
But I mean, the whole album, Men at Work, every song was a banger. It was just really good, you know?
Yeah.
And then, of course, I was also jamming a lot to like, in addition to Two Boy Army, I was listening to a lot of Echo and the Bunnymen. They were kind of my jam. you know. But I also like some Motown too. Chris Rea, who just passed away on December. Okay, Chris Rea, was he in Men at Work or Dire Straits? Because I'm not going to argue with you. Every single musician in Dire Straits was absolutely amazing. They were all great. And they weren't even trying to be fancy. They were just good. Like you listen to like the guitar in like Brothers in Arms. That shit is amazing. You know? These moss covered mountains all behind. But my love is the valleys. Yeah. And it's basically singing about guys going, I think, to World War I or something. And it's talking about how, he'll never forget his brothers in arms. There's even the part, where he's talking about the battlefield, through the flames and destruction, the baptism of fire. Yeah, and you did not abandon me. And all that. I know I'm screwing the words up, but it was Timmy, later tomorrow when you get a chance, listen to Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits. You'll be like, damn, that's a good song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the guitar solo in that is just freaking, he gets it. He's just freaking nailing it. But then again, all the musicians in that band, like when you listen to Sultans of Swing, the guitarist makes what he's doing sound like you think maybe you could pick up an instrument and do that. Well, the answer is no.
No, I couldn't. I definitely couldn't.
Like people, he makes it seem so easy.
Yeah, he makes it seem so easy, but it's so difficult.
So easy, you're like, damn, maybe I could know. That guy's in his own league, man. He's just out here doing shit.
I tried to get into music. It didn't work well. Maybe it was the instrument I chose because it was not a good idea.
I was a disappointment that way too, Timmy, because my grandpa could play anything that had strings on it. You could strap strings on a freaking broom. He could play it.
I probably would have been better off trying that.
Play anything.
I chose probably the worst instrument to play for me.
A broom with some strings on it?
No, I tried to learn how to play the flute.
Oh, dude, that is gay. Yeah, but my grandpa could play a zither, guitar, banjo, mandolin, 12-string guitar, like all of it. Every single instrument that had strings that you might hear in a gospel group or like a bluegrass group, he could play it. And did. He's got like 3 albums out. Not that anyone would ever have heard of him. Morris McKee and the Hallelujahs.
Like, James, I only chose the flute because of a stupid song I heard one time, and I was like, oh, I want to learn how to play that. Never did.
The only excuse to ever say you want to learn to play the flute is you are a huge Jethro Tull fan. Like if you're like, look, I was listening to Jethro Tull, Bungo in the Jungle, and I said, damn it, I want to play flute. And I'd be like, yeah, I got you, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Not sure. But
yeah, I never heard of him, but then again, I'm not surprised, Shadow, because, it is you I'm talking to. Wifey is home.
Also, I probably should have stayed away from any kind of woodwind or anything that required a good lung capacity.
Look, why, you got bad lungs?
I have asthma.
Oh, okay. The only, I believe it's a woodwind instrument that a dude can play and be cool is saxophone. Like, if you can be really good at sax, yeah. I mean, forget about it. That's like the instrument you play when you want to just see panties drop as soon as you start, you know.
Mhm.
But
Yeah. Anyway,
pretty
I'm
much
gonna have to go
anything
though.
else, you're like, nah,
I'm gonna have
nah.
to go. I'll see you.
I'll see you, bro. Hell, even Ron Swanson played saxophone as Duke whatever. He had all those old ladies in there just freaking sploosh, to quote Archer. They were all in there just, yeah, everybody loves saxophone, man. Even Stilly Dan, because in their one song, Deacon Blue, that's their whole goal in life. They're going to learn to work the saxophone. And I play just what I feel. Drink scotch whiskey all night long. Bum, bum. And die behind the wheel. They got a name for the losers or winners in this life. I want a name when they lose. They call Alabama the Crimson Tide. Call me Deacon Blues. Deacon Blues. Yeah, I know I suck at singing, but hell yeah. I'm going to harden my heart. Dun, dun. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that whole song was about a dude who basically was fed up with whatever life he was living and decided that he was going to play sax in a bar, cover every bet in town, wake up when the sun goes down, drink all night, and probably die behind the wheel. That was his goal in life right there. Learn to play the sax. So there you go. I don't know who Quarter Flash is, but I will say this. The saxophone, for whatever reason, is a very, very sexy instrument. And I think anyone who knows anything about music would admit that, you know? So if you're going to become a musician and you want to play any kind of woodwind instrument or whatever, definitely you want to play sax. Because I bet you those sax players, they're the guys that get laid. You know what I'm saying? You go out with your dark glasses and your hat and your sax and just start. I mean, I'm pretty sure the fact that Bill Clinton could play saxophone got him elected twice. Because I don't know if anyone voted for him for any other reason, right? But the second he got on Arsenio Hall and started ripping out that sax shit, it was like, yeah, this guy's going to be president until he's sick of it. And the guy's a weirdo, you know, he's a creep, but it didn't matter. He had his sunglasses on. He's up there playing sax. People were like, yep, fuck it. This is the president right here, you know. But today I haven't listened to any old music. I woke up and I listened to Mama Russia and I listened to Artemis. I like the way you kissed me. And that's pretty much what I've been up to. You know, I like that song. I don't even know who Quarter Flash is. I know that there was a meme a long time ago that had like a space marine standing on top of a Land Raider. And the Space Marine was playing like some sax song while the Land Raider was ripping an ass directly across a battlefield with lasers and bullets flying everywhere, and the Space Marines freaking doing that dun 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 dun, dun and kind of humping the air and all that shit. Dun 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 dun. And it's like, okay. These Space Marines, man, they really getting down with the sax music in the middle of a battle. I don't even know what you say about it, but okay. I am working on my motor, trying to make him scary. And the crabs are looking like done. And I'm kind of pleased with that because, like I said, I'm kind of a comedian or a clown on the inside. So I can't wait till the time comes when I put the crab people on the table and look all my players directly in their eye and tell them they got crabs. You know what I mean? Like, you got crabs. Hey, Nerdy, we playing in this Thursday. Well, oh, Nerdy Ogre. Hey, Nerdy Ogre, how you been? You been hiding, man. I ain't seen you in a while. I hope it's been all good stuff. Busy. Yep, Monday. Can't do something on that day or something. See, if you look deep underneath there, you can see he's got a face and hair and arms. And then I don't know what the F those are. And for some reason, his spine is kind of sticking out the back. But hey, you know, some supernatural shit right there. And of course, for those who care, my pig-faced boar riders are coming along. I do have to do that boar and do some pants and stuff. What is my position on the riddle of still? Oh my God. Oh my God. To be perfectly honest, Andre, I think Thulsa Doom had the right of it. Because any weapon, no matter how good it is, unless it's like a sort of dancing in D&D or some shit like that, is completely useless without this right here. Even an ICBM needs this. You see what I mean? So no matter what we're talking about, we can be talking about the smallest knife. We can be talking about sword. We can be talking about an Kalashnikov or an M16. Doesn't matter. No matter what we're calling a sword, it all needs that. Otherwise, it's just a thing laying on the ground rusting. So, yeah, I think Thulsa Doom was right. I mean, what is a Kalashnikov compared to, where's Janet? I don't know. She was on. But yeah, what is a Kalashnikov compared to the hand that wields it? It's nothing. It's laying on a table. But then, you know, if you've got a guy who knows what he's doing, all of a sudden that shit is deadly, right? So the idea that the sword by itself is anything is garbage. It's stupid. Whereas, yeah, it's the human behind the weapon. Hello, Janet. How are you, ma'am?
Hey, I'm good.
So you're joining Bear. What game are you playing?
It's one of his new games. I think it's got all five women.
Oh, he's been saying he was going to run a game with like Nerd's Nerd, and
Yeah.
yeah, that'll probably be really interesting.
So
Now, I don't know
I get to
who
play
Lloyd
Whisper again.
Christmas is, but he's looking for you.
Who?
Lloyd Christmas?
Oh, that's Felix.
Okay, I don't know who he
So
is.
he's a friend of ours.
The
And I
picture
guess
looks like
it's,
Kid Rock
oh, he might have changed his picture
to
again.
me, but you know.
He was for when he had his name as Lloyd Christmas, he was the guy from Dumb and Dumber, the Jim Carrey's character.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
So
yeah,
you had a good Monday?
yeah, it wasn't too bad. I went to the gym, worked out. Tomorrow I gotta go and do that ultrasound on my leg. Let's see if I have any blood clots.
Oh, you think you gotta yeah, it
No,
happened.
I had a procedure done last week and I've been wearing this thigh-high sock all up my
Yeah,
leg.
they put compression socks on you. They're
Yeah.
supposed to help.
I only have it on one leg. So, and I have to stop, take breaks, like, get up and walk around for like 5 minutes. So, it's supposed to help keep
Yeah.
the blood flowing good.
Well, I hope, of course, nothing but the best of outcomes for you. I've ran a few, elderly gentlemen to the hospital because they had like it's weird too. One guy had a blood clot and like
Yeah.
his thigh was warm, but his calf was cool because he wasn't getting blood flow.
Well,
And
they
of course,
told
they had
me
to take him in and check him out, and then put like some blood thinners in. And
Well, I'm not on anything like that. I'm not in any medicine, but they told me after the procedure that, it was a rare chance, but it's never happened to any of his patients. But he had to tell me anyways that it's a rare chance that I could get a blood clot and it could travel to my lung.
well, that's why. See, I've had a lot of operations just because of the career field I've been in.
Yeah.
No matter what you go in for, whether it's like broken arm or anything, they always make you wear those compression socks
Yeah, I have
because
some.
they know you're going to be laying down.
Well, I told him that I sit a lot because I crochet and I sew and do all that stuff. And he just said, well, wear these. And I had told him I couldn't have toes in it because I paid a lot of money to have my toes worked on. And I'm not wearing anything that's going to squeeze my toes and hurt them. So he sent me a thing to what to order, and I ordered me some because I got to wear them for 2 weeks. And the one thing it sucks is I can't take any baths because of the
And
injection.
you love your bubble baths. That's one thing I remember about
I'm having
you.
to take showers, which is okay. I mean, it's just not relaxing. It's not something I can just because that's what I look at it for. I have the bubble bath and the candles and stuff because I like to relax and listen to music. Maybe
Nice.
have a glass of wine, enjoy it. So
I treat my shower as a form of masochism because whenever I take a shower, I make sure the water is as cold as it possibly can be.
mhm.
So the only time I'm actually ever comfortable in the shower is when I take a shower with my wife because I've got one of those really big walk-in showers.
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm going to force her to go through the torment I put myself through, pretty much every day. So then I get to take a warm shower when my wife is in there.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time I take cold showers. And I'll tell you what, when I get out of the shower, like while I'm in it, it sucks. But when I get out and towel off, I feel great.
Yeah. I don't
So-
like cold showers.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't like a really hot bath either. I don't like it so hot that it feels like my skin's going to boil off.
That's my wife, but she at least takes it easy on me. And, like if she takes a shower by herself, I mean, it's like, yeah, you don't got to worry about being dirty because that top layer of skin's probably sloughed off in the shower.
Well,
So we're
I
the
use
exact
those
opposite.
gloves. I have these gloves that you put on, and when you rub, it takes all the dead skin and stuff off.
Oh, nice. Like loofah gloves.
Kind of, but they're like woven, and anybody can buy them. You can buy them at, pretty much Dollar Tree sells them too. They're good for everybody. You can use them on your arms, you know, every part of your body.
I've got those. It's just like a puff ball.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's
And I
gloves.
just put soap on it.
You just put them on your hands and just wash like you normally would.
Can't stand
And
to
then
be
you
in
throw
cold.
them in the washing machine and wash them.
See, Shadow needs steaming hot water. Shadow, if one day somehow I ever talk you into visiting me in Kentucky, I'll have you jump into the Cumberland, and it doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees out. That water is barely above freezing.
Is it because it's so fast moving?
No, I think it's because it comes down from the mountains and it's fed by a lot of streams that come out of the ground.
Yeah.
And I've been in caves where we've like found streams in the caves, and the water in these caves will be 50 degrees.
Well, have
All
you
the
ever
time.
been to Hot Springs, Arkansas?
I have never been even to Arkansas.
Well, if you ever get to take your wife, you'd go to Hot Springs, Arkansas, and then you can go to one of these majestic hotels. They used to, what was her name? Elizabeth Taylor used to go there because it has natural hot springs that come out of the ground, and they're really hot. They have to cool it down for people to get in it. But you can go in and do a spa day, and I love it. It's not real expensive either. They have the big claw tubs, you know, the big feet, and they're real high up.
Yeah,
you know,
like
you
old
sit down in-
fashioned tubs.
and you lay in those, and it's the water right from the ground, right? And it comes in there, and they'll have a lady that come in there with a loofah sponge and scrub your legs and your back and your arm and everything.
Yeah, I'll
And
need that.
not you don't have to do it, but for the women, it was really nice. And then they take you out of that, and you can go sit in one of those saunas. They close, they put it around your neck, and it's all hot and steamy in there. You can do a sitz bath, get a full body massage and a facial, all that with all the natural like mud and stuff like that, and stuff from the earth. It feels awesome.
Never done any of that. I have been to a sauna with my pops.
Yeah.
It was a Russian thing. So you go in and you sit in the steam, and then you put oil. No, first you beat yourself with like what kind of tree leaves? I don't know. They make bundles of tree leaves, and you beat yourself really good with them. And then you put like olive oil on your skin and scrape it off. And then you finish up with like a freezing cold bath, like a dip in a freezing cold bath.
I don't know what kind of, is that like eucalyptus?
It's not eucalyptus. It's like birch, I think.
I know, but what is that supposed to do? Open your pores?
Yeah. Yeah. And scrape dead skin off and stuff like that. I think it's, what is it called? Banya? It's a Russian thing. That's why I know about, because my dad's family's from Russia. So
Well,
we went to a
they
Banya.
also have a place where you can go and you put your feet in the water, and they have fish that nibble all
have
the
that
dead
down
skin
here.
off. So there's a couple, really cool things like that. And then you can go to the racetrack if you want.
Yeah, down here we've got the fish thing where you just put your crusty nubs in there, and the little fish eat all the dead skin off.
Yeah.
And then we've also got this cave made out of pink, like salt from Tibet.
Yeah.
And you can go and just sit in the cave, and supposedly just sitting surrounded by all that salt, like giant salt crystal, does something. And it's not expensive. It's like,
It's Himalayan salt.
yeah, it's from those mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, because I had some of that. Sometimes I'll put that in my bath instead of just regular Epsom salt.
Yeah, and you just sit in it, and yeah, you can put your nasty dinosaur looking feet in there, and after a little while they'll be just clean as anything.
Yeah, those fish will clean them up really good.
But
But you
it's
can also,
weird.
there was a friend of
Birch.
mine who had
See,
gotten
either birch,
kind of,
oak, or eucalyptus. And not your echo would know, since he also is of the culture.
well, there was a friend of mine that had gotten he had diabetes and he had gotten an infection on his foot, and they sent him to have maggot therapy. You ever heard of that?
I have. The
And
Army.
they raise maggots in a laboratory, so they're 100% sterile. And what they do, though, they only eat dead skin. So when they put them on the your feet, his foot area that had the ulcers and
Yeah,
stuff,
they'll pack it. They'll pack them on.
yeah, it cleaned it all off, and it was amazing how because you can also do that with the fish, but the thing is, you risk getting infection when you put your feet in the water because the fish poop in
Yeah,
there.
anything could
So-
be living in the water. So
Yeah, so they recommend the maggot therapy, but it saved his toes. He didn't lose any of his toes or anything because of it. Honestly, though, if you think about it, we have come so far in medicine, yet we're still using old techniques like that have been around since the Egyptian times and stuff that people have used. And I
well,
think that's
I know
really
because I used to read a lot that there was one of those special forces sniper dudes in Vietnam,
Mhm.
and he got shot, and he was way behind enemy lines, and his gunshot wound got septic. So he found a dead body and literally gathered maggots out of the dead body and
Mhm.
packed it into his wound.
Yeah,
And he
that was
made
in a
he made
movie.
it back to his base, and those maggots is the reason he lived.
Yeah, I've heard that. But you can also eat maggots. They're nothing but
You're getting a little bit out of hand there, Janet.
well,
I'm not
my
even-
dad was jungle survival, and he would talk about that if you found if you were starving and you found a dead deer or whatever, but you couldn't eat the meat because it's rancid, but you could eat the maggots that were on it.
Well, I guess if I were starving to death, I would. Yes,
They're really,
and-
really high in protein and stuff, just like worms, because they do that now with you raise earthworms and they make flour and stuff out of them.
Well, when I was in the Army, we just ate worms. During survival class, they just brought in a shit ton of earthworms, and they're like, all right, give it a go.
You can
And
eat
it just tastes
crickets
like different.
and grasshoppers, all kinds of stuff. And my dad would bring different stuff like that home and let all of us kids,
Yeah,
try
to me,
them
the
out.
earthworms
Now
just
in
taste
New
like
Orleans, there is a insectarium, and
Disco,
in the
right?
back, there is a cafe, and they have like different kinds of dip and things like that, all made with crickets and other different things, so you can taste that. And then they sell suckers with like tarantulas and scorpions and other.
Yeah, that's a
edible
big deal in
insects.
like Mexico and places like that.
So yeah, but they do that because and then they have a butterfly room where you can go through and it's really hot in there, and they have all the moths and butterflies that are hatching out, just flying around, and all different kinds of plants for them to eat, and they land on you and things. And then on the top, on the roof, it's a huge parakeet sanctuary, and you can get a popsicle stick that's got peanut butter on it, and they dip it in birdseed, and you take it up there, and you can stand there, and they land all over you to get to the
nice.
bird seeds and stuff. So there's so much cool stuff to do in New Orleans. I miss it so much.
Yeah, the last step for me was Andre was the tea. While I have made, and I don't mind kvass at all, my pops is not a fan of kvass or beer.
Yeah.
He actually don't drink anything anymore. When he's younger, he would drink vodka, but he stopped when he was in his like 40s and hasn't drank a thing since.
Well, I like vodka.
I make sometimes homemade kvass because it's really easy to make. But yeah, after you do your when there's snow on the ground, you go out of the banya and literally like roll around in the snow, rub yourself down with it.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Then you get dressed and you go in and you have a nice cup of tea. And the tea, the Russian tea is different than like English tea, and they serve it in cups where the bottom is made out of metal, but the top where the liquid is made out of glass. So it's like a really, and you wouldn't think, but there's a method. If you're like in a Russian tea house, there's a method to how you do things.
Like a protocol.
Yeah, there's a protocol to it. Like you feel the warmth, and then you smell the aroma, and then you take the taste, and that way the tea is pleasure for like multiple senses or some shit. It's a big deal. I mean, if you go to
Well, I mean,
actual Russian people's house, you're getting
you got to do something to offset the communism, right?
there is no communism over there. Russia right now would be
No,
considered
but when that ceremony, that
right,
process.
right. Well, that predates communism. That goes back to the 9th, 10th
Well,
century.
yeah, but I'm sure it had a
But
increasing
yeah, Russia
popularity.
currently I would consider to be a Christian nationalist country.
I understand.
It's a Christian nationalist country.
And yay, go Russia, rooting for Putin.
Well, I ain't rooting for anybody. Well, Russia. I mean, Vladimir. I know about Vladimir. I know what's up there. But I mean, sometimes
You
it's
know what's going down
But
on the
here,
street?
think about that for a minute, Shadow. What do you
Huh.
think people were saying about you and I during the Biden administration? Oh, rooting for Biden people. Woohoo, look at them. They just voted in this wonderful man. Oh, wow. How lucky are they? So
I
just
did not
because
vote.
somebody's your office, your president or your dictator or whatever, doesn't mean that people want it. You
I
know
didn't
what I'm
vote for him. As a matter of fact, the first time I voted was the first time Trump was elected. That was the
a
first time
lot of people in Russia
I
actually.
almost voted for Clinton. I saw that Arsenio Hall show, and I'm
Yeah,
like, oh my God, who is this motherfucker? This dude is smooth. Yeah,
he
Slick
is.
Willie.
Got his
And look how
sound.
smooth he screwed us. It's
Yeah.
like freaking Newsom right now. Oh my God. Literally the Antichrist.
No matter what American propaganda or Western propaganda you hear, Vladimir Putin is still pretty damn popular amongst Russians. Now, my question is why he hasn't just went ahead and made himself czar, but I guess there's rules about that. I mean, he's ruled the country for like
We
30
don't need those
years, and
stinking
he's not
rules.
given up
Well, it
power.
would change it would change the view of all the people. I mean, they like him right now because they have so many freedoms. Oh, wow. That's really scary. Did you paint that?
No, I'm not done.
Yes,
You're
he
painting
is
that?
painting
Oh, yeah.
that Oni.
Wow. That is freaking cool.
Wait till you
That's
see some of the other stuff I've done.
Yeah,
I prefer like
good.
really large minis now. Even though I got like a new set of prescription glasses, but little minis like that are this big. I mean, sure,
They're
if
like
you want to
some big.
squint, but
That's
I'm just
a lot
I'm
of
just
work.
Or shadow.
no. It's actually easier. You
No,
can
I
hold
mean,
it further away.
The little
And
guys.
oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got thousands of them, but
stability and temperature, allowing you to pick up the glass.
I'm going to send you a
They're called
picture.
Podstankinic. Okay.
Okay.
I actually
I got to look it up real quick.
since the family was away
Goodness
for
for it.
Christmas and there was like nothing under the tree for me, I got this for myself from Amazon like the day before Christmas or the day before Christmas Eve, excuse me, and it was
Yeah,
there
it's
Christmas
amazing.
Eve, and I still got some work to do on it. But the hardest part is these tiger pelts that he's wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, my,
It's hard
Oh
to
my-
paint
A
tigers.
lot of
Skin.
detail.
oh, it's freaking nightmarish.
All right,
Because
Andre,
it's,
do you have a name for this? Because this is what my pops and I drink vodka out of when he used to drink. Because
great.
the rule is if somebody pours you a shot of vodka, you have to drink it. It'd be rude not to, right?
Mhm.
And because of that, when I was hanging out with my Serbian brother-in-law, I think we almost killed each other. Because we drank probably more than half a gallon of vodka.
Oh,
And granted,
I
I'm 6'1", and at the time was like 280. He's 6'7", 300 pounds. So he had a little bit of an advantage on me. As a matter of fact, I've never seen a small Serb. I don't know if they exist. Every Serbian I've ever met is a freaking giant.
oh my God, that's funny.
But I've only met like 3, but they're all like 6.5 feet tall. It's like, what in the hell are they?
Or as I like to call it, 5'40".
They're like Boric or something. That Boric or whatever they're eating over there is making them giants. But
So hey, I want to tell you about something because he won't come on and tell you himself. Jackie ran his very first D&D game last night.
Why won't Jackie come on and tell me himself? Is he mad at me?
No, he's lazy and he had a long hard day of playing Minecraft. Um, but he had a roaring
I love
crowd of
Minecraft.
kids at the dinner table while I was running my game upstairs, and like the kids were just blown away when they finally left. Their lives had been changed for the better. It was freaking amazing.
Good to hear.
Yep, yep. It was pretty epic. And he's going to run another game this week, next week, or he's got to go back to school next Monday, so he's trying to squeeze one more game in. And I'm like, son, I have been teaching you, talking to you, blah blah blah, whatever you call about this freaking wonderful hobby your whole dang life, and yeah, wait till the last minute.
Okay. I don't know anything about, but apparently it came from Russia with
Right? So
his grandma.
it was. I mean, I could hear the kids, laughing and cheering and applause. I mean, they were clapping their hands and shit. When was the last time you clapped your damn hands at a game? You know
all
what I
the
mean?
time.
Oh, okay.
When somebody's talking and I'm like, shut up.
Oh no, I mean like the girls and the guys were just like, oh, it was awesome.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah, Andre, this came from Russia in like 1916 because my pop's grandparents, they saw the way the wind was blowing and they packed shit up, sold everything they could and left because the commies would have called them kulaks because they own land, and they would have got killed. So they kind of, my gramps
Indeed, Mobius.
knew the deal and was like, we're getting out here before these Soviets take over. And they moved to Germany for a while. And then after they
sent you a
moved
video,
they come to America.
James, on
What's that?
Discord. I sent you a video on Discord, and I wanted you to look at it. I made the pictures in there,
Nice.
and I put it in a shadow box. And at the bottom of each of the characters, I got characters, and I tried to buy all of them.
Nice.
But I couldn't find a Ultron or a Deadpool that was under $200. So I had to hand paint 2 Venom agents myself and put them in there because it was for, somebody who had ordered something from me in Arizona. And I was like, I couldn't afford to spend that kind of money on it because that's around how much I was charging them for it. Right?
Did you look on Etsy? Did you look on Etsy for those figs?
It was during the Deadpool movie that it just come out, and everything was like, it was a 3-inch little character, and it was $200. The one that,
like I said, did you check out Etsy?
no,
Etsy will have.
Etsy, I got my Deadpool from Etsy. He's about 3 inches tall in an action pose, resin printed.
well, I want you to see them. What did you think of the characters in that?
In the movie?
No, in the thing I made that
Oh,
I
I
sent you a
remember.
video of.
Yeah, she sent you a
Oh.
video.
I thought
Okay,
I sent it to you so you could
You
see it.
weren't paying attention.
Yeah, no, I heard her say she sent me a video. I just didn't look because.
It's on Discord. I was going to see if you wanted to show it to everybody so they
Okay,
could see
let
it.
me see. Here it is.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Let me figure out how to share it now. Okay, because I don't really know how.
Because I do paint. I can paint. It takes me a long time, but I don't do it.
Okay.
for everything.
Okay. So let's go back to the first thing I need to do then is to go to my. See, I'm such a boomer. Freaking.
I know. Hey, it takes me forever to do some of my stuff. I'm getting better, but
I'm not even a boomer. That's what's wrong.
it's hard.
Like, I'm totally Gen X. For some reason, okay, let's look at this then. Okay, NVIDIA GeForce thing, live, so no. Screen, no. It is not sharing. My thing that allows me to share the screen can't even see Discord. It's like Discord doesn't exist.
It's weird.
I
Okay.
don't know if it's weird or not because I don't think I've ever tried to share anything from Discord. Sometimes YouTube, but never Discord. Sorry though, but I looked at it and it looks really cool. How you did the things behind
Send
it.
it to. I'll send it to you too then, so you can see it.
Yeah, I think you can share something. I just got to hit OK.
Yeah. Okay. Just a minute. I'm going to share it with Shadow real quick so you can see.
Maybe
it.
I can share it with you.
Yes,
I gotta pull it up.
Andre. My great grandparents were definitely loyalists. So when everything started going really bad, they saw the way that the wind was blowing and got the hell out. They lived back then in what would be the Donbass region now. So, that region of Ukraine. But then they got out and moved to Germany. And then after a little while, they left Germany for America, New York. And they ended up in Queens, baby. And that's where they were until my pops moved south and met my mom.
I was looking at some property this afternoon
not in Queens, I hope.
No, actually in California. I don't know. It just came up on my feed. It was like 37 acres for like $119,000. It was freaking huge. Had like a creek and a couple of waterfalls, and of course the water's seasonal, as they call it. Which
is that a good price?
It's not out of the question for me. It's out of the way. But the selling point is that it's near Mount and Lake Shasta, which is where I have my other my secret underground lair. So I'm like, I can just start buying up all the land around the mountain and then make it so people can't go and poke around.
Near Mount Shasta. Where are you moving in with the serpent people that you're related?
Oh, that's
to
where one of my secret lairs is. That's it's no secret anymore.
As soon as you sound like
it's not secret if you tell people where it's at.
Yeah. Well, Bear outed it a long time ago, and I know you guys keep and pay attention, so I figure not so secret anymore. But finding the entrance, that's the trick.
See, I need to learn that phrase that Conan learned that you could say that would reveal serpent people who are pretending to be human.
That was called, and I'll get it for you. It's in the magazine and in the paper.
So that I can say it online and see if you turn into a serpent.
I won't.
And then I'll have to ban you.
There you go.
All right, give me a second.
It took me forever to find it again because I got so many pictures on there.
Okay, what'd you do to it?
Oh, no, I just sent it to
okay.
Shadow.
Okay, now the problem is
they did really good. Plus, Andre, I mean, till the day my grandmother died, she absolutely just hated communists.
Okay.
Which I know is kind of weird considering they were Jewish. And so much of the communist revolution was ran by Jewish people. But they were not, they were loyalists to the end. And when they realized the czar was going to be overthrown, they got the hell out of there. And the whole time she was in America, man.
Can you see that, ladies and gentlemen?
She raised her kids and grandkids to hate commies too.
James, can you see that?
I clicked it.
I can see it. There you go.
Yeah, and you got all the little miniatures underneath the case.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very, very cool. Nicely done, too, by the way.
The Ultron and the Deadpool are the ones that I couldn't find the characters, so I took 2 white Venom agents and painted them myself to go with the rhinestone pictures I made.
Very cool. Very cool. The whole presentation is really nice. Did you paint the backgrounds?
No, the background is what I made out of diamond art.
Oh, okay.
Myself. I don't make anything but one thing, and I special order the canvas with whatever pictures that I'm going to do, like a photograph or whatever else. I'll have to send you a couple more pictures of things that I've done. I had one of a mother and daughter who had died, and I made the picture for the husband and dad, and I made it, like life size, and he hung it in his coffee nook room, so you could have coffee with him in the morning. And he really liked them. But I make it out of the little rhinestones pictures on the canvas. So that's one of the things I did, and I wanted to make something because he loved a lot of these different characters. But I was like, God, just a lot of different pictures. So I just made strips, comic strip
There's Doc. What's up, Doc?
with all those pictures on there. So
I bought Jackie an easel and all the beginning equipment to start oil painting, and somehow it ended up in the studio.
I'm going to send you a couple other things that I've made. I've made Az's logo. You know who Az is? From
I
Heel
don't
versus
know.
Babyface.
I don't know if I know who he is or not.
Okay, what about Nerdrotic?
Of course I know who
his
Nerd
logo.
Rock.
I made Geeks and Gamers a logo. I've made
Nice.
Ryan Cattell his logo. I'm going to send you this video.
Cobra Gaming.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
the
what he
video.
was.
I have to send you
The
mine.
video is
Or
too
something.
long. It says it's too long.
Yeah. He lives here in Florida. Somewhere. I don't know where, but
Yeah, I think I have it on my X. Let me check that real quick.
and then Nerdrotic left the communist state of California and moved to Texas.
Yeah, I saw that. He's been
He's
there
like,
for
yeah,
a while.
we're out.
I wish I could say the same thing, but
You could, but you just ain't willing to pull the trigger yet. I'm in the same place. Until my wife retires or decides she can work from home from up there,
yeah.
I gotta stay here.
Jackie, I'm not doing that to him just yet.
Because I honestly can't imagine what I would do without her. I guess I'd curl up in a cave and just be covered in leaves and feces or something.
Aw,
I can't picture
I
that.
can't really leave
that's
her
because you'd be heartbroken.
I'd be heartbroken, and also I just wouldn't know what to do. She writes me a list so that I can know what I need to do during the day.
Well, because she loves you.
Yeah, I hope so. Mobius wants to go to Florida. I'm so sick of Florida. I've been here so long. It's flat. It's ugly. There's some kind of scaled reptilian monster in every bit of water, and also on the land. At a point, I just want to go to my mountaintop and sit there until
we call those Democrats. Not your echo. Ideally, Texas. I've been dreaming of Texas ever since I drove through there the first time when I was young. And it was 4th of July, and I was headed to Virginia, of all places. I'll never go back there, probably ever. And the traffic was stopped for a 4th of July parade. I mean, it was just a little, nowhere little town, but the whole town had, got together and got all dressed in red, white, and blue, and all on their horses. And, it was just, I knew that minute, it's like, this is where I want to retire.
My favorite thing about where I'm from is no one that doesn't know me very closely, like family member and stuff, knows where I live.
Mhm.
So I never have to see anyone. As a matter of fact, if I'm walking around on the mountainside,
I wish I could, Daryl. I wish I could. I've been here most of my life. Jackie, most of his life as well.
California great again.
And it's just so hard. and with what's coming with the gas and the property tax, and then should we perish and try to leave our property to Jackie, instead of it being like 3-4 grand a year for property tax, it will be reevaluated at its current market value, which would crush him.
Right.
Can I
And-
share this with you guys? I
Please
found
do.
it finally. Do you see it down there?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Yeah,
Okay.
I know that guy. I've seen
Yeah,
videos he's
Ryan
made.
Canal. And I want to show you because he did this on a live stream for me when he got his thing right after he just moved to Florida with Geeks and Gamers. You know, and he went there to
Yep.
move in with drunk 3PO and all of them so he could be with
Yeah.
all of them. So here we go.
Just saying. Now, I hope Janet is still here. I saw Janet from another planet in the chat. If she's not here, I'm going to make sure that she sees this somehow. But one of the first things I got when I came here to Florida was Janet sent me something that was really cool. And it's this right here. Now, this is made with like rhinestones, I guess. She sent me a wonderful little note. Very nice, Janet. You're awesome. Thank you so much. But I want to make sure you guys saw this. It's in my old RK Outpost logo. It's done with like rhinestones. And I don't think that it probably does it justice right here because of the way the lights are and everything.
The glare is pretty bad,
See
but
my
it's,
fucking
that's pretty cool.
reflection. But thank you so much for this. This is really fucking cool, Janet. You're amazing, and I really love the note that you put in there and the kind words. So I'm gonna find a good place, probably a little bit better place to. Just saying.
Yeah, same
yeah,
as here, Doc. Janet, what do you charge?
So happy.
What do you charge? What's your availability? I'll send you some money.
But I was happy. But see the other logos. Can you see the picture still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I did Heel versus Babyface, and then I did Nerdrotic.
Nerdrotic with the glasses.
And this video right here, I want to share with you. It's funny because it's when Jeremy was doing they were doing a live from his.
From another planet, Jeremy dropped off my awesome gift for me. That's so cool. I put it inside. I can't wait to go home. I'll take a picture of it and post it. That was so fucking cool of you to do those. Yes. It's amazing. It looks incredible. It does look cool. I was like, what the heck? I thought Jeremy made it. And I was like, are you bringing that to Ryan? Like, that's so nice of you. So I would need to put on.
They were so funny, but yeah, it was nice of them. They were nice guys, and I still haven't got to make drunk 3POs because he hasn't told me exactly which character, or which picture he wants to use. So I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I'm stuck with this right now. I mean, I got to do better. Come on, Janet.
Well, I can do one for you if you send me. It's got to be a very good quality picture, photograph.
Yeah, I can send you it.
On my email, just Friday Night Shit Show at Gmail.
I was going to send it to you on Discord, but if you send me your email on Discord, then I can do that.
Yes, I can do that. But yeah,
I won't remember.
Normally, I order 3 at a time because I want them to be 12 by 12. I made one for Bear also.
Right.
But as you can see, if you zoom in on the picture I sent you in your Discord, did you see it? Mm-hmm. The Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that is poster size for like a movie poster size,
mm-hmm.
and it's on painter's canvas. And I'll only make one of anything I make. I only make one of them. So it turned out really good.
Do they light up or anything like that?
No, but I'm going to share one with you that you're going to really like because the guy loved it. And he loves gargoyles and all kinds of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it real quick. It was one of my favorites. When I put it, I framed it for him and I put it in a thing that opens up like a casket. Mm-hmm. I thought it was so good. And I mailed it to him. I think he's in Wisconsin or Minnesota up there somewhere.
Poor guy.
But he loved it. He's still thinking about wanting me to make him a gargoyle. But this one turned out really good. I can find it. I got so many pictures. I'm sorry because I make so many different kinds of crafts. Let me find it real quick and I'll send you this picture.
Yeah, I'm on to you, Shadow. I was watching the White Files just the other day, and they're talking about chat.
And did you see me in the background?
I didn't because I know you're slicker than that.
Just
But
checking.
Hecklefish did mention lizard people.
I'm gonna send that one because and I
Yeah.
got a couple other ones.
Trust me, I'm too pudgy to be a lizard person. They'd
No,
kick
you're
me
not.
right the hell out.
Sorry, I found that one as I'm going through these other pictures.
Oh, okay.
I love that Trump signal you posted. That was
Wasn't that cool?
Good one,
I,
Mobius.
And
I
here's
love
another
that.
one I just sent you. This one I kept for myself. It's like the size of a real movie poster, but it's sideways. When you
Okay.
see that one, Shadow, I just sent a video of it. It turned out so
I
good.
got an empty spot right here. No one would ever see it though.
All my Star Trek stuff hanging around that. I have a actual, torso that you'd make dresses on with a uniform on
Okay.
it standing next to it in my office.
I have my World War One Prussian officer's uniform hanging in the closet in the spare room. I had the hat out a while back, but everybody kept asking if I were a Yahtzee, and I'm like, it's World War One. But apparently, people can't tell.
Jackie had the same thing because he's got a Prussian, or I think, or maybe it's Polish. It might be
He has
Polish.
that Polish hat. That's like
Right.
way
And if he
around
wears it to school with my, I've got a gray green Swiss Army trench coat from WW1 or 2. I forget. I think it's World War II, but it's really
Yeah.
awesome. It's got these high cuffs that come up to like here, like they fold down but fold up. They're really weird, but it's all wool. I mean, I've
Well, I know
worn
the
that
one
thing,
you're talking about because I have
and
the Finnish version.
and I picked it up from Outdoorsman magazine or whatever, $10, and I've been offered like 200 for it to take it off and hand it to him immediately. I'm like, F no, man.
My
I should have
brother
bought
and
a
I
bunch of.
both have Finnish surplus winter jackets, and they're like that weird kind of gray green,
Mm-hmm.
and they have buttons with like crosses on
Yes,
the buttons,
absolutely, like, but more like plus
and they're like
symbols.
really long, and,
The
and
crosses are like more like a plus sign, right?
yeah, they're more like a plus sign,
Yeah,
and they like got buttons on the back, lower back, where I guess you could unbutton it so it's easier to run in.
yeah, I think so.
And they're very long, and they've got the long sleeve with the cuff. The cuff is like almost mid forearm. The cuff,
Yes,
yeah. I mean, yeah.
and
My
it's
aunt
freaking
bought
warm
me
as
and
shit.
my brother those.
I was up in the mountains and I had that and I it was so cold where I was. I was like burning like sage and tumbleweeds all freaking night. We went out shooting, and it was it was probably only like 20 or 30 degrees, but it was my first time out there, and I wasn't enjoying any part of that. But I managed to uh, have that with me, and it kept me warm. Uh, more or less all night.
Well,
I like the
wool's
one
amazing.
for Bear as well, Janet.
Yeah, I made that, and I'm gonna send you this other picture. And I mailed it to him, and it cost me $100 and something to mail it. And I had $100 and something of insurance on it. And when he got it, he said they were trying to charge him another $100 to be able to get it. So they sent it back to me, and when I got it, it was dust. Basically, it was
What do you
thrown.
mean?
It was
Oh,
shattered. The glass was broken. The box was like, it was like they just rolled it around on the ground and stomped on it and stuff.
hey Cody, what's up? That is criminal.
So I told him I couldn't send it to him again. If he found someone in the United States to mail it to and wanted to pay for me to send it to him, then I would. I've already spent almost $300 trying
Paul, I
to.
do not have a Dr. Zayas costume. What you're
And I was
referring
doing it
to,
as a gift.
what you're
Too.
referring to there, my good friend, is way better than a Planet of the Apes costume. It is an official. Gosh dang it! Viper pilot jacket. Get it right. See the freaking gold buckles? I love these things. It's a little big on me because I used to be bigger, but what are you gonna do? Is that the patch? It's funny though. It's got the the little insignia and stuff already built into it, and I don't know what rank this is, but I know it's not commander, so I'm gonna have to fix that issue because
There you go. That's the last one I was going to share with you. It's the skull, vampire skull, and the casket container opens, and he put a light on the
Oh,
inside.
that is bitching! Oh my
Oh, I
god,
know. It's one of my
I haven't said that
favorite
word in
ones I've
20 years,
ever
but that is
done.
bitching.
Isn't it cool? I
That's
just love
freaking
that.
awesome.
I know.
That is
Do you
freaking
want me to
cool.
send it to you too,
You got to
James?
send it to him. I mean,
Yeah,
that thing is epic.
email it to me.
Yeah, because it
I'd
turned
like
out
to see
so freaking good. I was
How
so
did you get it to do that?
I made sure that I used the colors, make it to where it looks like it's 3D.
That is freaking
You have to
cool.
have the colors because it's basically pixel art. You know,
Mhm.
when you're doing all the little, and I do squares. I don't do circles or anything like that. I order square rhinestones, and when I put them in there, and they have to have a sparkle to them, or I don't like those. And a couple times I ordered stuff, the canvas, and then I've ordered the glue, all the stuff I needed, and then I also decoupage it when I'm finished, so that none of the rhinestones fall off. And if I ordered a couple of them, and they sent it to me, and it just looked like shit, so I sent them back and told them I would never order from them again. But I got my money back, so that wasn't.
Yeah, don't you hate when that happens? Mail order,
I only
it
have this
really,
to show
we
off.
are, if Amazon could do what it does, I mean, literally like next day, get you your thing, you know, how
Shadow.
long do we got to wait till everybody else is, in line with that sort of, that possibility? You know what I mean?
Well, I told them that I wasn't gonna put in a good
Review.
reference for them, and that and I make lots of pictures, and I'll when I order, I always order 3 at a time, so I can get a discount on the mailing and all that kind of stuff in the
Shipping and
when they
everything.
ship it to me. But I was not happy with them, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been,
other
for the
ones that
most part, I've been pretty lucky. There've been very few, and I don't even think I can remember more than two of them, instances where I've, mail ordered or ordered something online that was just absolutely, like that bad as those horror stories you just told us. I really can't
yeah,
think
I
of
was
anything.
heartbroken when it got back to me, and I could hear it crumbling. You know,
Oh, that's the worst, isn't it?
yeah, I was heartbroken because I put so much work into it for
Well, no,
him.
I mean, if you can hear it without opening the box, that's just like,
See, for me, it's not necessarily a bad thing because one
you
of the
order a
people
lot
I
of
order
bells.
from always sends me candy. So I'll get like whatever miniatures I ordered, and then there'll be like some Russian condensed milk candies in there.
I've had that happen like two times. One time was from I don't know if it was, I think it was Reaper, and I think I've got one of the candies still up here because I was never going to eat it. No, Jackie ate it. I said I was never going to eat it just because I didn't want, I don't eat anything like that from strangers. Um, but it was when I ordered the cab, the CAV, mecha game. I wanted to check it out and compare it to BattleTech, and lo and behold, there was like some candy in the box, and then somebody else did that as well from eBay. Again, I didn't eat it. I don't know what happened to it, but
Mine was from Etsy, and it's I know you've seen it before. It was my Deathcore of Creed cosplay
yeah,
uniform I bought. I bought
yeah.
it from
I'm
Uzbekistan.
seriously thinking about, back in the day. You remember, James? I don't think you do, Janet, but Jackie used to dress up like in crazy costumes for every freaking video.
Yep.
I mean, just, uh, just all kinds of funny, clever, and he did it all himself. I didn't do any, had nothing to
Like the
do with it.
last video, he looked like the inspector from Pink Panther.
Yes.
He had the long coat and everything.
Yeah, he wanted to wear a coat the same color.
If he'd
Um,
had a brown fedora, he would have looked like Inspector Gadget.
mhm. And his mom said, "No, no, 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 that's not right." And he's like he was right. That was actually the better coat to wear. So he said, fine. And he grabbed that. And I'm just like, you look like a freaking, 1970s, New York detective, come on. This
which
is
is
not right.
cool. I mean, that's
Right.
cool, man.
Yeah, but it's not really as Christmassy
There
as
you go, James. You can look at the 3 things I sent you.
I will look at the things you sent me as soon as I'm going to probably close this up here in a minute. Go eat
Okay,
my
but
sandwich
also,
and maybe go to bed.
Shadow, did you see the one of the white dog?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that was from a photograph that someone from Scotland sent me, and
I don't know how you can freaking do that. That's just like crazy.
I made that for him,
Oh,
and
bloody
his dog
Scots.
that died, and he loved it. And the way I had him pay me was to just pay me on buy me a coffee
Uh-huh.
on my X. So because that's how I met him. I met him on X, and I showed him a couple
Amazing.
pictures, and I said, "Well, send me a picture, and I'll see if I can do it. If I think I can do it." And it turned out so good. But I'm gonna send you one more picture, Shadow, and it's of the mom and daughter from a photograph too. So let me. I gotta find it. But see, it takes me so long to find all my pictures. I've got to be able to.
I know, right? I just sent you my logo.
Better.
I sent you my logo over the 3D skull face.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a version of that logo that George from Rooster Games made for us that actually rotates and moves, but I can't find it. It's so freaking cool. If I could get like a lenticular art, you know how they do that. Those trading cards that if you wiggle them, they move.
Yeah.
I would do that in a freaking minute, but I don't know anything about that whole process. And I can't find the gift.
Google it. Google it and see if there's somebody that makes that.
Yeah, I honestly I didn't think about it until just now. So maybe
I would take a note and Google that and look it up because
well, I got to find the original gift that he sent me, or if he's listening, can you resend it, or I'll hit him up later and say, hey, dude, can you resend me that thing because I can't find it. Actually, it's probably on our Discord thread. If I follow it, I'll back for the eons, I'll be able to find it and do something with it because it's really cool. I would have never thought of doing it because you see how there's like the sun with the black moon with the white circle. They sort of change places. It's really kind of cool. It's simple, but it's still very cool. Jackie made that logo, I kid you not, in less than 5 minutes.
Well, he's a smart kid.
He is a smart kid.
Now, I hate to be the party pooper, guys, but it's time for me to go.
No worries, James. I will see you tomorrow. Janet, always a pleasure.
See you later. I'll find that picture and send it to you on Discord.
Yep. No, Daryl, it's from the Red Room.
Have fun.
And we're looking for new players, so hit me up in Discord.